Hi, my name is S.A.A.R.A. I am a musician, a composer, and a creative empowerment coach from London. And I want to share with you, first of all, hi, welcome. And I also want to tell you that today is day one, like day number one, because about a year ago today, I did something I never thought I would do. Whilst doing all of those things, being a creative empowerment coach, a musician, writing, creating my own music, leading a band, creating a brand around my music. I was also a full-time employee, making sure that I can afford to follow my dreams because let's be real, in London, the arts, are they really paying what they should be paying people? No. And then also trying to live a full life, see friends, connect with family, etc., etc. I was doing all of these things, and one day I realized I was incredibly burnt out. I was really unhappy. I was exhausted. I was running on an anxiety level of about 1,009%. And I did something that was really hard, didn't come naturally to me at all. I wrestled with it for a long time. It was actually a long time coming, but I stopped. Stopped. I let everything go because what I'd realized is that I was creating a situation here, all for the right goals, but perhaps for the wrong reasons and not reasons where my joy, well-being, happiness, creativity was centered. To talk a little bit about that time, I had realized, so I embarked on creating my own music portfolio in 2016. I had a stark realization following the death of my father that music, creativity was something I needed to do. It wasn't a choice for me. It was something I absolutely needed to do and needed to pursue. I'd woken up in a career where, again, I wasn't happy. I wasn't feeling like I was being fairly compensated for the work that I was doing. I was in a very toxic work environment, experiencing all of the isms from left to the right, from macro to micro. And I thought, this is my chance to actually take a break and properly invest with all of my heart and soul into my creative work. So that's what I did. And I studied a master's in music. Pleased to say I got a distinction. I worked very, very hard. And off the back of that, I started to put together a band, build up a brand, and start working in that dynamic. I also found that journey back to my creative work so fascinating, so liberating. It gave me so much that I thought what I can do is share that journey, share that experience, encourage other creative women who are thinking, God, like, what happened to me? What happened to the person who used to love doing drawing, painting, dancing, music creation, like photography, whatever it might be? I wanted to share this, ultimate cheat code to life, which is you need to follow your passions. And I set up a coaching company to spread that message, to encourage as many people as possible to carve out a little bit of time for their creative work and trust that they are meant to be doing the thing that brings them joy. Another reason why I was so keen to get this business up and running was that, again, I found myself, I'd finished my studies, I'd gone back into the world of work trying to support myself. And again, I found myself back in these environments which were taking so much more than they were giving to me. And fortunately, because of my now newfound sense of confidence, my newfound sense of my own voice, my newfound sense of grounding, I was able to realize in these situations where I was no longer willing to tolerate the level of disrespect that comes with working in institutions that have issues with DEI, inclusivity. I began to see, off the back of all of the work that I'd done and what I'd created in my creative work, but also in my coaching community space, I now didn't fit into my old life anymore. And that realization came with a series of very big breaks and breakdowns. Everything I knew of life dissolved. And as I moved through this kind of destruction, this crumbling, I realized there was so many things that I needed to start learning to release with an empowered release. And I found myself now on the other side of moving through these difficult situations. I was burnt out. I was still trying to spin all the plates. I was working in a new environment, which is fantastic. I was still trying to coach, even though I was in a very broken place myself. I was still trying to write and create music and lead this sort of like live project, and begging people to like come along with me, beg, please, please, please. And I realized that was the last frontier I needed to release. And I took a year out. And it was hard. It was hard because at least for the first, 4-5 months, the crushing guilt of not doing the thing, not being, not doing, not chasing, and I really had to learn to be still and let new green shoots come through. And I'm pleased to say today, it feels like those little green shoots are unfolding. Why am I telling you all of this? Well, I'm telling you all of this because I'm making this commitment to start today to create the life that I want to live. I want to be creating music and sharing that with you. I also want to be sharing the inspiration to carve out that time and prioritize your creative vision. I want to tell as many people about this as possible. Now, I know what I've just said. You're like, oh God, do I really want to tap into my creative vision if it's going to cause me to actually have to change my life in a huge way? Yes, you do. Because I realized once I started to tap into my creative vision how small I was playing. And once I started to realize that, I up-leveled my life in so many ways. In terms of my career, I still work full-time whilst I do all of these other pursuits. My relationships, my finances, because I'm now moving and working in a space that's in alignment with me and who I am, what's important to me, and I want that for you. But I also want that for me because, as I say, I am now in a new space. I feel not so much that I'm starting again, but I'm coming around and I'm able now to move with energy and conviction and confidence towards what I want. And I want to bring you on that journey with me. So I'm a musician. I write and compose my own electronic funk music. So I'll be getting back to that. But I am also a creative empowerment coach. And what makes me different to other coaches is I'm right here with you, starting over, if you will, or getting to it for the first time ever. Like, if this is the sign that you needed to prioritize you, prioritize your creativity, prioritize this vision that you have for the future that you want to create for yourself, please, please, please follow along with me, be in me with this space. Let's create a community, because now more than ever, we need to share from the heart. This is all coming to you straight from the heart. I don't know what this is going to look like, but I'm really excited to see where we'll be in 1 year's time from here, just by showing up for what we believe in and showing up for ourselves. So if this sounds like a little bit of you, if this sounds like the push that you needed to get started, please follow along. I will be here. I'll be doing lives. I'll be doing live performances. I'll be doing coaching on myself and I want to share this with you because I am so deadly serious now about creating the life that I know I deserve, that is full of all of the things that mean the world to me. And I want to share that from the heart with you. So join me, subscribe, follow along, and start today. This is your sign. Let's go. We can do this.